Welcome back, and we are asked to find or to evaluate this antiderivative in respect to x. So what we are going to do here is very simple. Where you can see we have a lot of functions here. We have linear function, multiplying, radical function. Then we also have quadratic function. So the best thing for us to use to evaluate this is to use the U-substitution method. Okay, so for the U-substitution, we can say let u be equals 40 minus 2x squared, right? So we can now find the derivative of u in respect to x. This is going to give us negative 4x, all right? So, and why are we using u substitution? What we are just using u substitution is to find a way to cancel out this x, or to represent this x with a particular number or a particular variable, so that we can be able to use the power rule for this antiderivative. So we can now say that the x equals the u out of negative 4x. All right. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is we are going to say 8x. We now have our square root of u, then multiply by dx is going to now be du over 4x, right? So this, we can also write this together, so that I want to write it again so that you understand what is happening here, over negative 4x. Okay, so now this, we can now cancel this with this. So we are going to have 2, right, with this negative. So we are going to have negative 2 here. So if you cancel that out, you have negative the integral of negative 2, you now have square root of u du. So that is what this translates to. So this, we can easily say negative 2 and negative 2, the integral of u power 1 over 2 du. So with this now, we cannot apply our power rule. Okay, you can see now that our square root is the same thing as 1 out of 2. So we now have negative 2 multiplied by u power 1 over 2 plus 1 over 1 over 2 plus 1, then plus c, right? So we have negative 2 multiplied by u, we have 3 over 2 over 3 out of 2 plus c. Okay, so we can still simplify this further to be, now this is like complex fraction. So we can now say negative 2 multiplied by, instead of 3 over 2, we now say 2/3, right? Multiplied by u, now 3 out of 2 plus c. So this is going to give us negative 4 out of 3. Now u is what? U is 40 minus 2x squared. Then we have 3 out of 2 plus c. And this is the antiderivative of that function in respect to x. And I hope you learned one or two things from here. See you in my next video. Thank you.